What's up, my fellow fixers? And in today's video we're going to be fixing this Gameboy DMG. It's got a problem with the battery terminals and it's not powering on, and it also has a issue with vertical lines, so we're going to be taking care of that today. Without further ado, my name is Scott and you're watching Scott Fix. Okay, so here is the Gameboy DMG that I've just recently picked up, and by looking at it, you can see it's absolutely in fantastic condition. I mean, we've got a very slight little dink in the case at the bottom here, but overall, I mean, look, we've even got the dust protector for the link cable, which is very rare to find one with these days. But yeah, there's no discoloration on the shell. It absolutely looks really nice. So I'm quite happy with this. I picked this up from eBay for a grand total of £72, but it actually came with a carrier case with 9 games and even an original charger as well, and there's also a couple of instruction manuals. So for £72 I thought that was a fantastic deal. So once I've got this Game Boy fixed up, I'll be able to sell that on its own, potentially for around about 50, and then sell all the games individually. So it should hopefully be a nice little bit of profit off the back of this one. But anyway, that's not what we're here for. We're here to get this fixed. Now, the actual listing itself stated that the Game Boy turns on, but the screen is black, so you can hear the games, but you can't actually see them. It didn't actually mention anything about the battery terminals, but I had a quick look in earlier on. You can see that they're in a little bit of a sorry state. But it shouldn't be too difficult to get them cleaned up. But because of the fact that all these springs are quite badly bent out of place, I think I'm just going to go right ahead and just full on replace them for a newer set rather than mess around. And then we'll take a look at the screen afterwards. But first of all, let's get this open and let's take care of this issue. There's loads of bits falling out of this. Right, let's just disconnect this screen quickly. Let's move that to one side. Give that a little shake. Yeah, lots of little bits of corrosion stuff that are coming out of the battery terminals. There's a little bit actually there. So before I carry on working, I don't want to obviously get any of this back on the screen and potentially scratch it. So I'm going to give it a little bit of a clean. 2 seconds. And voila, nice and clean. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get these terminals out. Okay, there's one. Two. And 3. And we've now got to made a mess of my mat again. So I'm going to get that cleaned up. Okay, so we're going to fit in our new battery terminals now. Oh, voila. Yep, they're held in place. Let's connect up our screen. Stick in our batteries. And nothing. Interesting. I thought that would have fixed it. So, okay, maybe there's a bit of a bigger issue here than I thought. Right, so let me just double check something first of all, because this came with a power supply. So let's just see if it comes on with the power supply. Okay, so it is coming on with the power supply. Interesting. Right, they said the screen was black. That's because I didn't put the contrast down. Can you hear that noise? That doesn't sound very healthy, does it? Okay. Okay, let's check our voltage. And we're getting 6 volts, so that's correct. Now it's coming on. Did I do something really stupid and not put one of those batteries in properly? Please don't tell me I did that. I guess I'll find out when I edit the footage afterwards. Okay, right, so that seems to be now fixed, which is good. There was that issue when we plugged in the main zone, it making that noise, but maybe that was potentially because I had the Game Boy slightly open and I don't know. We'll come back to that and check that afterwards. So we can see now that we have a couple of vertical lines that are missing. Let's get ourselves a game. Kirby's Dream Land. Never played this one. Right, so we have the Nintendo sign, which is good. Seems to be playing the game okay. Yeah, the buttons seem to be working all right. Okay, so we're going to take care of these vertical lines on the screen. Now what we're going to do is we're going to need to leave the screen actually connected to our Game Boy to do the testing. But first of all, I will disconnect just so I can take the actual motherboard out. Now we're going to switch back over to a Phillips head screwdriver and take out the 4,000 screws that are in here. Okay, so I'm now going to connect this back up to our other board. And then we're going to remove this little rubber strip. I'm going to put that back on afterwards. And also this little bit of adhesive. Okay, so if we get our Game Boy back on. Okay, so I'm going to put my soldering iron on now. I'm going to heat that up to around about 300 degrees. That should be enough. Okay, so my soldering iron is now up to temperature, and now we just have the fun game of basically placing a little bit of heat over on this side here. Doing this sometimes for a very long time or quite quickly. Apologies, I should have cleaned my tip. Got a little bit of solder on there. I'll give that a clean afterwards. Okay, I think we've got it. We'll just have to give it a minute because sometimes the line might ping back, but that appears to be a nice fully working screen again. Happy days. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give that a little bit of a clean, and I'm going to stick all this back together, and then I'm going to just test it out again with the DC mains plug, because obviously it was making that crackling noise, just to make sure that we haven't got an issue there. Okay, see you in a second. And there we have it, guys. Okay, so one more test I'm going to do now. Let's get these batteries out. Let's just test that again with the plug, just to make sure it's not making that crackling noise I was hearing earlier on. You don't hear it when the game's in though. Is it just that initial start? Let me take the gain out. How strange. That is coming through the speaker. I'm absolutely stumped on that one. I have no idea why that would be making that noise. So if I turn the speaker off, it's still making that noise. How strange. Does anyone else out there know if that's what that should do, if that's correct? Because it seems that once the game starts up, it's just on the boot sequence, isn't it? It's making that. And as soon as the game comes on, turn the volume off, it's disappeared. Is that normal behavior? I have no idea. I don't think it's an issue, because clearly it's not doing it anymore. It's just something to do with that initial booting up. But it's working with the batteries, the screen's okay. Well, I'm going to class that as a fix anyway, because it's still completely usable. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, guys. I'm going to be putting this one on eBay pretty soon. I say, if you're interested in purchasing anything that I do fix, then please feel free to go and have a little look. I've also got links on there to all the equipment that I'm using, and obviously any money that is generated through links or through things on the eBay is all then spent back on the channel again for me to buy new broken things to try and fix on. So I'd appreciate any kind of support that you guys would like to give. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Got ourselves a win, and I am also, give you a sneak preview, one of my next videos that are going to be coming up soon, I'm going to be working on a Game Boy Pocket, which has got a really bad screen. If I can just find it, actually. It's over here. Sneak preview time. You can see the state of this one. It literally just arrived about an hour ago. Oh, something's beeping. Yeah. This video is coming up soon. So thanks a lot, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.